into concrete. So bittersweet. Huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark, and maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand. Up to my knees. Keep losing sleep, I'm manic, dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark, and maybe just a better kind of bitter. Bitter, 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 think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby.
Yurt! Good morning, peoples. Afternoon, evening. I don't care where you at. We're here to do it today. We are here to do it today. Good morning, folks. I'm going to say morning because I'm in morning, right? Or just aloha. How about that? All right, gang. If you're new around here, I am Doc Rock, your content creation coach. Today, I got a fantastic guest. So I'm going to do this intro so fast, like full 180% Puerto Rock style, because I don't want to waste any time, because the person I brought today is a freaking phenom. Phenom, look it up. It's a German word. It means unbelievable. I just made that up.
You totally did.
Anyway, gang. All right, listen, check it out. So today we're going to dive into ClickUp because I am working so hard. I told myself at the beginning of the year, this is the year I'm going to get my together 100%. So I wanted to get organized. Like, I'm really good at writing stuff in notebooks and then putting a notebook in the bag, and then it's gone. So I like, okay, look, we got to get this together. Because like now that this is like the full-time swag, I really had to just concentrate, bring the brain in, like get it settled and start to, get better. Especially too, as you start to get more gray hairs in the beard, stuff that you thought you would remember to do later, you realize you didn't do it. And then you're like, oh, that wasn't good. Ew. All right, so we're trying to get organized, right? All of us are trying to get organized and just make life better. Now, if you're brand new around here, in the bottom of the comments, let us know we're new so that our team can tell you aloha. We got lots of folks in here, like the whole Let's Get Live family. They will give you the alohas and the salutations, and they'll love on you because we're cool like that. If you haven't joined the group already, go to letsgetlive.group and give you the opportunity to, hey, come and kick it with the family, because this is what we do. Now, next, Also, if you watch this on the replay, make sure that you can still ask questions because I'll get the answer for you. I talk to Evie all the time, so if we miss something, then I can come back and be like, Evie, somebody came around late and they had this dope question. Here's the question. So just put your question in the comments. While we're doing this live, if you have a question for myself or Evie, put the Q and the colon. Now, today, gang, don't ask me tech questions, okay? Not today. We'll save that for Tuesday. Why? Because what Evie's going to tell you is going to make your head go whoop, and then like, oh my God, I need a new do because your hair going to be messed up. You're going to need a cigarette after. It's that good, okay? Let's get ready, gang. First of all, I want to introduce my homegirl. Let me take you to her website so you can see the phenom I am speaking on. And let me click this button over here. Today we will be talking to Yvonne, a.k.a. Ask Evie. I just call her Evie because you know me. I like simple and short, right? She is bomb, right? She's going to teach us how to bulletproof our business. Mostly what she is like the consultant, efficiency consultant, and like trainer for ClickUp and other business type efficiencies. And as the person who loves efficiency but has a tendency to screw it up himself, I was like, man, I can't explain ClickUp. My ClickUp is a wreck up from the neck up. You see what I did there? I said, I'm going to bring Evie because she will make it, she will help me this ClickUp situation. So without further ado, wie geht's, Evie? Wie geht? That means what's up in German, people.
You are cracking me up. I'm totally laughing over here. I'm like, who better to introduce you than Doc Rock? It's like, this is an ego polish like no other. It's like, I'm just taking it in.
Keely got jokes. Oh, Keely, you came in extra tiny, Miss Lady Girl. Let me fix this. Okay, Evie, while I'm fixing Keely, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, you need to fix your comment size right there. Size does matter.
When it comes to comments.
Who am I? I am a crazy German, so efficiency is pretty much in my blood. I see systems where other people just see chaos. And about 3 years ago, I got mad with Asana and went on the hunt for a task management tool that can replace Asana without me having to pay an arm and a leg for it. And that's when I discovered ClickUp and just kind of slid right into creating the content because I went, just pushed the button, went live on Facebook talking about it, plugged that up on YouTube, and it took off from there. So
I'm laughing at Rich. I'm sorry, Rich kills me. I'm laughing at Rich because he said he got his notebook and his pencil. I always call it a pencil. Look, I came correct with my, sit in front of the class and bust out all your colors so the teacher thinks you're good on the first day. I came ret, bro. I came ret to learn this stuff here. Miss Sylvia Nixon, Evie. I got to introduce you to Sylvia. I'm going to tell you why. Sylvia can not only help you publish your Ask Evie book when you're ready, but they make the dopest merch. My nice Ecam sweater with the soft feel, and then my Let's Get Live shirt underneath. They make stuff that's better than like Printful and all that other stuff, and it's soft and feels great to the skin, and then you kind of want to sleep in it. It's super dope. I got to introduce you to
Tri-blend t-shirts, nice and soft. I am a swag whore, but only if it's good swag.
Yep. I can't stand when they give you free crappy shirts. I'll throw that sucker in the trash. It's not even real.
So stiff and rough that you can just put it in the corner and it stands by itself. Not gonna happen.
Remember, back in the day, everybody was about buying raw denim. I didn't like that because when you take your raw denim off and your pants can stand up by themselves, no, fam. I immediately take my denim, put them on, and go to the ocean, and then splash around in the ocean for like a half an hour, and then walk around until they start to dry, and it kind of forms how you need it, get the right areas, and then you wash it, and then it's perfect. So Hawaii, we got a leg up on getting our jeans done. Actually, Southern Cal can do the same thing. All right, so Kenneth is brand new around here. Nice to meet you here, brother. I'm glad you got to catch this live. And then Mr. Gloss Champion is here. Rob, the Disney vlog, is here. And Keely is making trouble, asking me about what camera. Evie, you and Keely would love each other. I tell you why.
Oh, we've chatted on.
Okay, then you know.
India's live. We chatted on your live.
God.
We've went. Yeah. We already got in trouble.
Dude, I would be afraid to be in the same spot with you three, Keely, India, and Evie. There will be arrest.
As long as it doesn't involve sliders and socks, I'm all for it.
There will be a rest. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about ClickUp today, and before I dive into the whole interface and things like that, I guess sort of explain to us what ClickUp is, and I don't know, I didn't have to ask you the question harder than that. You know what to do.
So ClickUp, for the ones that are new to ClickUp, is a task management and project management system. So I wouldn't use it because I saw the comment popping up, the difference between Notion and ClickUp. I'm still hesitant using ClickUp as a data repository. So meaning collecting really data. ClickUp is more of the taking action on stuff and not having to think about it. Like Doc mentioned, the whole I'm taking notes everywhere and then I'm not doing anything with it because there's a post-it note and there is a notebook and there and where. That's what ClickUp helps with. So in that specific case for you, Doc Rock, what I often say is do all the notes. I have a notebook next to my bed. I actually have way too many post-it notes on my desk right now myself. I have one of these waterproof notepads in my shower. I have notepads everywhere because you know how ideas happen. They just pop up and then what the hell am I going to do with this?
Hold up. Pump the mother freaking brakes. You got Aqua Notes?
Fuck it. Yes, I do.
Sorry. At this point in time, hey, what? Okay, I've been thinking about that.
That's
but
when I have the best ideas in the shower.
Me too. But I thought it was gimmicky,
but you know,
so I
the
didn't
moment
get
you
it.
step out, that idea is gone.
True. It happens, right? Because I guarantee I got a podcast going or an audio book going, and then half the time I'm like, I was in there having a brain session, so I got to back the book up. And then when I go back to find the chapter where I realize I disconnected, I end up losing the thing that I had that distracted me right there. So Aqua Notes, it actually works. Mm-hmm. Okay, gang, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'm sorry, Evie, I had to interrupt you because I've been wanting to get those, but I'm like, it seems cheesy. I don't know if this is legit.
Heck, for that matter, if you have one of those American showers that are just the plastic thingy. So in Germany this wouldn't work, but in the States, those plastic sheet showers, you theoretically even could use just one of those. Just use it on the opposite of your shower.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a vinyl shower insert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is cray. You just all right, already, gang. I got the first note. I'm deciding if I want to write an LGL or Ask Evie. I got my two pens together. So, okay, you can keep going. I'm sorry. I got ADDOC, so I'll just derail stuff all the time.
You're all for it. I'll keep you on track. Now,
Okay.
The thing is, just like Rob, I'm the same. Again, I already have way too many post-it notes on my desk right now because I've been collecting on so many different things right now. But what do you do with that? You take your audiobook notes, you take your notebook in your bed, in your bedroom, because right before you fall asleep or right when you wake up, that idea pops up. But how often do we not act on this? Nothing happens. So what I tell my clients with that, especially my content creators, you have a recurring task in your ClickUp. One task that tells you, and you choose the repeat schedule that either way, every day, every week, or every month is probably a little bit too big a time frame, reminds you and says, go check all of those ideas. Go check all of your spaces where you have a notebook. Did you upload the scan from your Rocketbook? Did you check your bedroom notepad? Did you check your Aqua Notes? And damn, finally clean up that damn post-it notes.
Gang,
which I have to do this weekend.
Gang, okay, look, gang, we've been going like 10 minutes, and she already told us, A, write your notes in the shower with Aqua Notes, and then number 2, make yourself a task that says, go get all the crap you got and bring it in here.
And set that on a repeat schedule. So ClickUp allows you set a due date, and you set that as a repeat, either way, as a daily repeat, as a weekly repeat. Monthly is a little bit too often. But also, we often combine that with a DMO, with a daily method of operation. So I start every single day, except for when running a boot camp and you just kind of try to survive, on a specific schedule where I have a DMO, a daily method of operation task in the morning. It's literally just DMO Evie is the task name, repeats every day Monday through Friday in the morning at, I need to say a lie, 10, maybe 9:30, that says, clean out your damn email. Make any email that needs to be a task. Look over your day that's coming up and move things around or adjust as needed. And then check the stuff off. Every day. And I don't need to touch it. Every day it generates a new task in the morning that tells me, do this, do this, do this, do that. That's how you build habits. And everything about efficiency is about building habits. Now we are just trying to make it easier to get into those habits and you not spending time just planning, because honestly, planning can be just as much procrastinations as just go watch TV.
That's what I did. I got all the systems all the way back from Franklin Covey and the GTD. And then to me, all of the systems were a way of not doing what I actually needed to do. So, I was trying to get into ClickUp from the front page, but it's not giving me any love. So I'm going to just stop doing that because
I got mine open too. So,
yeah, you could do that too. Because I think it's easier. What I was going to do is like,
so you like the board view, huh?
It's Kanban. I just got to say that because Kat says Kanban because, well, she's Canadian and she don't speak Japanese. No, I usually use this view the most, but what happened was I dumped all of these things in this list and then I never took it out. This was like a brain dump day, and then it's also connected to my calendar and it puts it in the wrong list. So I'm completely screwing this up, but that's okay. I did just make this for you though, my content planning style, and I made it cute. So, hey.
Now, I love that you brought up, I dumped all of the ideas in here. Now, how I deal, we all do. How I approach
Gang, I'm
my
about to
ideas
get in trouble. I just want to tell you.
No, you never get in trouble. You know I love you, but I'm also going to call you out on your BS. So, having said that, with us, especially content creators, especially YouTubers, especially live streamers, what happens with us is we have this idea and that idea and that idea and that idea. Now, specifically with YouTube recorded videos, when we want to analyze and optimize our videos and really be sure that the video we are recording is SEO optimized and we're actually getting something out of that and not just plugging something out there. What I do is I don't start specifically with the ClickUp task.
Okay.
You can either way use whatever document, or you can use ClickUp Documents, which is on the bottom left, that page thingy, where I use just a simple document to brain dump. Now here is my video idea number 1, video idea number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I just brain dump all of my video ideas in here. I then, once a week, take time and I go through these and I do the keyword research, I do the deep dive, I do the YouTube search and all of the back checking if this topic is really worth it, what it needs to be called, what the keyword is, all of that fun stuff that nobody really wants to do, but we have to make sure we are delivering the content like everybody is looking for it. The moment I validated that specific topic is actually right in my content plan and for SEO purposes, that's when it becomes a task.
Okay, see this thing right here, this doc view. So I can see from the demo that they stuck in here. See, I didn't even creep down this hallway yet.
Oh,
okay?
since when we have a doc demo now? Look at that.
Look, so if you can share this with somebody that's not ClickUp oriented. So like if I'm making a checklist for my LGL crew and I press share, or do they have to have a ClickUp account? Like is it like
they don't have to. You can do
it says right
so
there,
as you can see.
Public link.
You have private, so just with you. That means even if you have 4 members on your workspace, private means only you can see it. If you don't make it private, any 4 member in your workspace can see it. Workspace as of your ClickUp account, pretty much. Shared means you are sharing it with specific members. Share with location, I recommend against. I try to never share with a location, because the moment you share with a location, meaning a specific folder, a specific list, a specific view, if you delete that location, you will delete the document too.
Okay, good to know.
There is
That's good to
a
know.
pop-up that comes up that says, do you want to do that? Potentially is a pop-up, matters where it's connected. But yeah, again, stay away from share location. You always can grab a URL, not needed.
I like
There's
this
the
one, though.
public link, and you can embed it too. So if you want to embed a ClickUp document into your website or into your membership or whatever, you can just grab the embed code and plug that right in. Now,
Gangster.
little pro tip, because I mentioned that you potentially accidentally would delete a document. Doc, if you go big screen and go to the settings menu on the bottom left, all the way to the bottom left where your image is shown. So go out of that document. That one right there. Click on
Okay.
that.
Where's
Your face. There is a trash right there. Many people, and even I didn't know for the longest time, there is a trash bin right there. The
Wait,
third
you just said my face
menu
was a
item
trash?
from the bottom.
Okay, what we got to do is make sure we don't click on eCam stuff. Okay, I see that's right here.
So if you ever happen to accidentally delete a document, a list, whatever, most of it is recoverable in that trash bin right there.
Nice. Okay.
And I
That's
didn't
cool.
even know that for months. So because I mentioned connected to location, I figured I'll drop that little tidbit in here.
And to show you something, guys, I did this on purpose. Like, I made my workspace, but I invited myself to my workspace. So that way I'm admin of it, but I have an admin above admin. I even do it to my computer. Like, my computer has an admin, then I make myself an account. Because then you can do things like help recover stuff if you accidentally screw stuff up or whatever. So that's why I made myself a space and invited myself to myself, which is weird. Don't
Yeah.
ask me. But it's a safety thing. Yeah, I do that in all programs. Oh, okay. So I like that doc thing because in a way, like, you know, it's similar to Notion where you can have a scratch pad and just put all kind of stuff in there, but then you can turn those into action items in there. Now, is it something that you have to pick it up and move it, or is it something that you can actually click on the document and turn it into an actionable item? Was that a good question?
So open up just the doc view. And by the way, to jump into the Notion versus ClickUp here for just a second, because we got a breather moment. I did have Danny Hatcher on my YouTube channel and we talked ClickUp versus Notion. So you're more than welcome to dive into that.
Okay.
In the short, for me, Notion is more of a data collection and ClickUp is more of getting stuff done.
Right. And I like, and actually I prefer to keep both just because when I'm just like riffing or writing, you know, my ideas or just spitballing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Notion is very free form and stuff like that. But it'll keep me from taking my ClickUp and filling it up with junk. You know what I mean?
And
like
I know
can
many
make this
people that
work.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know many people that work similar. Now, can you blow that up a little bit bigger so I can see that a little bit better?
Whoa, that was wrong.
And go to the text on top
Okie dokie.
and keep the menu shown too, please.
I'm getting the hang of this.
That already does.
This zooming stuff right here.
Now, just mark a little bit of the text, please.
Okay, so.
Just like mouse drag and drop, kind of. Yep.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
So what you do in here, we are just using that doc as an example. You could literally just do a list of video idea 1, 2, 3, just your regular bullet point list. And the moment you decided this is a valid video, you just mark that and make it a new task and move it into the list where you want it. Pretty much, that's kind of how I heard that too, Kat. Yeah.
No, it's my second brain. I can't even spell. See, anyway. So I like that it's cool like that. Oh my God. And the thing that's going to make me fall in love with it, I know because I've been playing with it a lot, it's very keyboard oriented, right?
Oh
So
yeah, you have.
as a
I know
crappy
you love your
typer,
shortcuts.
yeah, as a crappy typer, taking my hands off the keyboard to go get the mouse and then come back, I end up I have my hands in the flow position. It takes me about 100 characters to get it where, now I can speed up from like 16 to 25. And then once I get in my 25 flow, I'm like, I don't want to move my hands. So I like being able to, yeah, okay. That's dope. I love it. I love it. This, man, I like all of these menu thingies. So you can do checklists,
so you do.
quote.
You ever notice my junk drawer? Now there is more things just because we are in docs. Let's give you a little rundown. Where now I need to think for a second. If you take the markings off and do me a favor, hit the red plus on top as I'm pointing and you don't even see it.
Oh, yeah.
And
there you go, gang.
do the table of contents.
I'm actually trying to click it in Ecamm like a dummy.
That was the wrong table though.
I got it.
But yeah, that's
out
how
just
you
now.
how you can just drop in a table too, which I use for YouTube video information.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
that is an interactive table of content. Now just mark the click through, the text piece. And go up to normal where the font is and make normal font into any kind of header.
Nice. Except for I did it wrong, but you guys got the point.
So the moment you turn a piece of text into a text heading, it becomes a table of content automatically, so you don't have to deal with that.
That's cool. That is super cool.
Okay, so you guys can play around a little bit in doc views there. Standard doc, you know, you can embed your videos. It's perfect for SOPs. I'm actually building out an SOP, standard operating procedure template right now, which is huge with everything. But I also want to get you set up with some structure because right now your structure for your YouTube videos and content creation is I'm not on my show, so I don't get to say that word.
You can say it. I don't care.
So funny. What we can do is
cool. That's cool. I like that. I like the way that. Well, number one, because you can like just get a doc open, go in there, dive in, just start making all kinds of stuff, play with all the things, and then go throw it out. Now, before we dive deeper, I do want to explain something.
Yeah.
ClickUp has a forever free program, and that's something that is really, really good for the user acquisition. I scored about, I want to say June or July or something like that. Maybe it was after that. I got a thing from Evie that said, hey, ClickUp has like a once in a lifetime special. It's going to be like pro account for super cheap. Don't sleep on this deal. So I just bought the pro account. It was like 30 something bucks. If I remember correctly, I forget what it was, but it was worth it. So you might see some things in mind that you won't see in the forever free account, but it is actually pretty inexpensive, all things considered. And the forever free account actually brings.
I might have some savings for everybody.
Oh, she got deals. Okay, you gotta have hustle game strong. so
but
make
yeah,
sure
the free account is gonna last you, especially when you're just starting out and figuring everything out. The free account is gonna last you a while. Okay. The big limitations that we run into is you only have 5 spaces. I'm gonna explain spaces here in just a second when we go a little bit into structure. But you can do a lot. Just don't upload any kind of big files. You can attach things to a task. So don't upload crazy files. Just link those files because you also have a storage maximum in ClickUp. So that's usually the issues we run into the free account of the only 5 spaces and storage limit.
Okay. Is there a way to back up the work you're doing in ClickUp just in case, ClickUp clicks up? I get you. Rob in your jokes, bro. I love you, Rob. That was my problem with Evernote, honestly.
You always have the possibility to export everything. We've had, I always say we. This is how close I am to ClickUp by now. We've had a couple of speed issues. They switched servers, they've upgraded servers, but even with that, we never lost things. We might have had some speed issues. But yeah, I'm like, you can export to CSV files and all that kind of thing.
That's dope.
I I'm not using it in offline mode. I don't think we have an offline mode available yet.
No, but I do say one thing that's really cool to me is the mobile version, and they just updated it like the other day to a whole
gorgeous.
new mobile. Huh? It's hot?
It's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
They,
I thought you
the
said
new
it was-
user interface they
Oh,
built
this
on
is
ClickUp,
so cool.
it's gorgeous.
I love it. I love it. So ClickUp on mobile is also fantastic, by the way.
It takes a little bit getting used to just because moving around is different than it is on desktop. So if you do not expect it to work exactly the same way as it works in desktop, it's perfect.
Then you can group.
I love
and
the user
what made me
interface.
think about that, Evie, is because Larry was saying how, using Apple Notes. And I went from Evernote to Apple Notes, but I run into limitations with Apple Notes, and I'm fully versed in Apple Notes because, I used to train that mess. And it's fantastic. Like, I love it. I love the syncability and things like that. But its search can be a little problematic, and it doesn't allow me certain, like, let's just call it mixed media types and things like that. It doesn't work as well for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So the thing that's dope with ClickUp is when I open it up in my iPad, I feel like I have the best of both worlds. I got a combination of what I get on the desktop, and I have what I have on my mobile. And the other cool thing is if you run into a limitation somewhere with ClickUp on the iPad, just go to your browser, say force desktop mode, and it's the same
Yeah.
thing. You're back at the desktop mode. So
Yeah.
you can open it in the browser window and get at it. Harder to do on the phone because it's so tiny. But yeah, and I thought about that because Larry mentioned his iPad and learning from his daughter. And yes, that's cool. If we link files, can we do so in Google Drive? In theory, yeah, that should work because it's a link. Is a
Oh,
link.
not just in theory. So I have many
Actually, you
clients
do that.
that
I
do.
know you do that.
I have many clients that already had built their standard operating procedures in Google Documents. You even can embed them within the task. So the task has a big description on top, and you can do, again, /comment embed, and they work so nicely with each other. Google Drive even has a straight up attachment possibility to ClickUp.
That is
But-
crazy. So what would be the
Let me
next thing, especially for
see.
organizing and content people type? What would be the next important thing? And you can definitely do a share your screen, and then I can set you up. Boom! Look at that. Man, she is on it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me do this. Bam. There's Evie, like a boss.
Now, this
scared
is
of
the
that.
piece right there you're gonna need.
YouTube.
With us, we are content creators. So let's talk structure here for just a second. So let's head on over to my sandbox. This is just my sandbox. I had to get it out of my own workspace to stop screwing up my own workspace. The hierarchy, so let's start completely in the beginning with the hierarchy of ClickUp so that you guys have an idea of what I'm talking about. This whole thing is called your workspace. So pretty much your account with ClickUp. If you are switching around, you can do that down here. As you can see, I'm in multiple different workspaces. I got Amanda Robinson, our digital gal, in there, and a couple of other people that I'm helping with their ClickUp setup. So account, your space, your workspace, that's the whole thing. Now, these boxes that you see right here are spaces. Think of them as a house. I don't know, just make sense of it. We'll get to making sense of this here in just a second. Spaces in the free account is limited to 5. So you only get 5 of those in the free account. Then underneath those, we have folders. Folders have no other capability feature right now than just collecting lists. There is stuff coming out. I don't know when ClickUp is going to release it, but right now a folder is literally just a folder, a collection of lists, no features with that. And then we have lists underneath. And within the lists, we have tasks. That's your structure in ClickUp. That's how you build things together. Now, where many people are struggling is figuring out how to use this structure. What makes sense? And that's where our differentiation comes in between, okay, are you a full-fledged social media agency with 20 employees and 90 clients? In that case, every client actually would become a space with different folders underneath for the department and then a little bit more sorting in the list. I'm pretty sure we don't have many agency clients in here that will need that. And if you as an agency client struggling with that, just call a vetted consultant, because there is more productivity issue and planning happening than just the structure. For us as content creators, there's two ways of handling this. Either way, as a social media manager, when you're running this for multiple clients, you have one space that houses all of your clients or all of your projects, however you want to have that. Underneath each client or each project is a folder. In this case, I laid it out as a client with an admin list, with the web design list, with the email list, with the social media list, with the client tasks. So meaning you also can bring clients in and be like, you need to do this and you need to do that. For Doc and me, because we are doing a lot of content creation, from idea to the production to actually publishing and then repurposing and all of those things, we do this kind of structure. That works the best to easily be able to know what content is in the idea stage. What do I have to dive in and figure out, does it make sense, and really get the keyword and the optimization and the linking and all of the stuff taken care of. Meaning I have a marketing space and in there I have my YouTube folder. Literally one folder just for YouTube, and that's my content creation in YouTube.
Smart.
Now, you have your list done of, oh my God, I had all of these ideas. I now figured out which one of those I actually want to pay attention to. So you did the idea validation, you did the keyword research. Yes, this is a topic and a title I want to run with. This is where this is going to go from your document. With that, you already can see underneath me, actually, I have custom fields in here. So let me open up one up. That way you can see it better. Going into the task specific. So we are in the idea stage. We are figuring all the things out. Cool. YouTube video production workflow and ClickUp. Maybe I should just take this video and publish this as a YouTube video. In the description, I have a couple of ideas which I need to update. That description has been a while since I plugged that in there. It just gives an idea of how are we handling content production in here. This is also where you could go embed, and you just plug in your Google Drive document URL right in here. It takes, you don't even need an embed code, no nothing, just the URL. And it does transfer your user management from Google. So if somebody doesn't have access to the Google document, they will not have access in here. If they have view access.
I thought the same thing, and yeah, she got dope stuff on their site. Go check
yes,
out her
it's
site.
coming up in May. Because I'm running the content marketing power up right now, I have not had time to update things, but yes, this template is being released in May. My whole YouTube channel is going just to content creators, to be honest, just because I'm having too much fun with this stuff.
That's how
Now,
you do it. You got to absorb the fun while you're feeling it, because
Exactly.
you get creative and the creative juice will just fly. Don't be afraid to do that, people. Yes.
So in here, I have a whole bunch of custom fields. Custom fields can be, let me show you. Add on custom fields, new custom field. There's a YouTube video on how to set those up and get those in the task. I'm not gonna spend much time on that for you. But once you have those, you can pull in specific dates. You can pull in a drop-down menu. Drop-down menus can be a one-time choose. So you literally can use them as stages. Anybody that wants to get into ClickUp, please, before you start, watch my stages versus status video. It's a must. Having a getting started playlist on YouTube too. So drop-down is the one I use for stages, meaning my video goes through different stages, from ideas to edit, from ideas to recording to edit, to optimization, to then turning into a blog post. That's what we use drop-down for. I don't use labels much. Progress means it automatically or manually, there's a manually one too somewhere. There's the manually one down there. Shows you the progress of the task. We can do checkboxes, text, long text, email addresses. So it makes sure this is actually an email address and it gets filled in right. Your file attachment, formulas, locations, all kinds of stuff in here.
I like the one that says money.
Yeah. It makes sure it has a dollar sign and it's actually numbers. With all of that, most of the stuff that I use is the date. So when is the YouTube publish date? Because that publish date is different from my actual task due date. The task needs to be done before we are publishing this stuff.
Correct, yes.
When are we publishing this on the blog? When are we starting the evergreen content strategy publishing? What's
so that's
the
like
link
the
in the blog?
repurposing stuff, like what's going on right now with content marketing power up. Okay.
Correct.
And
that
man,
evergreen
so
start
for you
is,
guys who are in that group, you are watching a master class. When you see what Kelly and Evie are doing with the post before, during, and after the guests in their shows, that is the master class. Like literally just watching. I open up my thing and it says Kelly just tagged you in like 18 Instagram posts. I'm like, what? And I look at them and they're just dope. Like there's little clips from our interview. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's what you're learning right there today, gang. Sorry.
Yep.
I had to go.
Oh, you're all good. It's like, and Kelly is a content powerhouse. I don't know how the hell she produces all of that stuff. I'm like, girl, I just woke up and you already created how many more videos? The YouTube link, asset folder. Meaning I am still managing all of my assets in Google Drive. I have one folder for each YouTube video or for each live show, and I can link it in here. What's the keyword I want to focus on? No matter if it's short or long tail. This is the content stage I was talking about, drop-down menu, which you can automate. So you can automate this the moment you hit blog here, it moves it into the blog list. You'll see more of that later. Where's my video in? Are we in the idea stage? Are we prepping the video? Are we recording this? All of the fun stuff. There's also some relationship in here. So I have drilled down a lot on what do I want to focus on with my videos. So relationship field is a way of connecting one piece of information with another. Now I'm going all berserkers on you. Where the hell did that go? Where is that relationship field from? I have lost my relationship list.
But
There's
you can't
focus.
lose,
Let's open that up.
You can't lose relationships.
That is interesting.
Sometimes you want to throw them away on purpose, though.
Why did I archive that? That's weird. Yeah, I need to figure that out. There we go. So what I did is I actually, somewhere, it's still there because the relationship field did show up, set up my focus of the videos as well as the target market. Oh. And I can connect that. So don't wanting to waste much of your time, I'll show you on a different setup. Yeah, this is why I needed a sandbox space. Works the same way. So for business goals, I have OKRs as well as values. So I have specific values in my business and I have specific goals in my business. You can do the same thing, and you should, for your YouTube channel. What is your goal? Who is your target market? And we can link these through a relationship field. So you can make sure when you record your videos, you stay on track with all of the things that you are wanting to accomplish with your YouTube video, and you are not going off the hook, and you are not actually following the path you wanted to take. That's why I have those in there. Going a little bit off hook. By the way, I saw wait list somewhere. Thanks, Doc, for putting that in there.
That was Glenissa, or I call her Gigi, because I always make people's names up.
Think of objective as your quote long-term goal, and your key results is the closest step that says, if I want to rock YouTube for the search term ClickUp, that's my big objective. I want to be the one showing up for search term ClickUp in YouTube. That's my objective. Now, my first key result is showing up for ClickUp dashboards 3 times in the first 10 videos. That's kind of how you can think about this. You are welcome to just Facebook message, ask Evie, or email me through the website. We'll get you on. I honestly haven't even had time to set up a wait list for this.
Hey, don't worry. So,
Did
you set up your Buy Me a Coffee page yet?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, that's how
I don't
you do
have
it.
anything on there, but I do have a Buy My Coffee /Ask
Just
Evie.
put it there, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, so
That's a good one. I'll do that.
I like the way like this flows, right? And I like the way that you can adjust the flow to match the way, I personally do something, because I know for a fact that I'm going to be weirder than the structure that most of the people, sort of force you into. Also, I guess what's really cool about this is, like, for me, as much as I hate it, I did come from a company where I had to use Trello. So being able to see this stuff in the list view to me is better. But being able to go into the Kanban view, also good. Because
now
you can dip
you
in.
bring up a good thing. I know you like the Kanban view. On ClickUp, it's called the board view. When I'm talking about status versus stages, your statuses in ClickUp, you can move them around and name them whatever you want them. You shouldn't. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Okay, I'm going to write that down.
Your statuses, just like if you know all the transitions in Premiere Pro, doesn't mean you should use all the transitions in one video. With that, in ClickUp, statuses should always be action oriented. Is somebody working on it, or are they not working on it? Because the moment you grow, there is more. Again, watch the YouTube video around this. In this case, you either way, doc, for you, if you don't work with many outsiders and it's just you, just have to do and process, maybe approve status and done. In this case, I always pull in my full statuses because I literally just jump a status if I don't need it. My standard statuses for 99.9% of the time is to do, in progress, waiting external, meaning I am waiting for my video editor, I'm waiting for my VA, I'm waiting for a client, anybody externally to give me feedback, to give me the assets, whatever it is. Waiting internal is me and my team. We then have a proof status, and right underneath you is the complete status.
So,
These statuses are all action oriented. Again, is somebody working on it or not? Now, as I said, I have stages, meaning I am editing the video, I am recording the video, whatever it is. And in my YouTube setup, I'm actually working more in stages than in status, because it's like I'm recording it and then I'm getting it back and it's complete. So what you can do is, again, setting up those drop downs for stages, and rather than grouping this by status, what you're going to have to do is group by custom field, and then we find the video stages. And now I know exactly in which stage my video are. I have 4 videos in the idea. I have 2 videos in prep. I need to move a couple into recording because I'm recording later. I have 2 videos in edit. Actually, this one is already scheduled.
oh, come on now. We're getting live updates, folks.
How you like that?
Yep, that is the one that comes up next Tuesday. And then you got the empty status.
That is dope. So what are you putting in empty status? All completely finished? Or
It just doesn't have a custom field assigned to it. So when you look
got it.
into those, it does not have anything in the content stage. It hasn't gotten anything assigned.
Oh, okay. See this thing right here? Leave that right there. When that video gets made, in the description, tag @DocRock and @Glenessa Gilliard, because that is the one. Rob and I and Keely and I, we've been talking about like blocking and time batching at time. So I love the fact that you can actually set your ClickUp to recognize or remind you to do these things in blocks.
So you're gonna get a little preview. What I did in this video, this is the first video of a couple of ones that I do for project management. I have my calendar set up and my Google appointments pull into my calendar. And I literally just show you how I schedule my week. And now I just scheduled my Woo affiliate, which was 2 days ago, but you get the point. Where I explain how you can plan your week like this. And you just work out of your Google Calendar in combination with this calendar view and ClickUp.
Oh, like Ray, I'm with you, Gigi. Gigi said I need this in my life like right now. You don't even know, fam. You don't even know. That is legit.
If you go paid, just type in Ask Evie, all capital, 25, and you get 30% off the unlimited account and 15% of the business.
Okay, ask.
Just don't tell anybody.
Ask Evie, what, 25?
Yes.
And stuck together though, right? All one word?
All together and all capital letters.
So, okay, so here's the funny part, right? I think I heard you say this on the stream somewhere, is because it says Ask Evie 25. So it's supposed to be 25% off. But somebody at ClickUp screwed up and made it 30% off. So you get 30% off for Ask Evie 25.
I'm working on that.
No, leave it. It's more funny.
Getting that adjusted, but I recommend usually going business, because with the 15% off of the business account, you are just paying a couple cents more than you would pay full price on the unlimited. And you don't have to worry about any limitations. I don't know why they called the unlimited plan unlimited, because it's not unlimited. But again, with those 15% off the business account, you pay just a tiny tad more than you pay on the unlimited. And the unlimited, because it's a tiny plan, they gave 30%. But yeah, I am hoping to actually make that 25%. That was the plan, but we also switched point of contact. There was a couple things happening. I'm working on it. If that coupon code gets upgraded, you get upgraded too. Because I'm going to keep it updated.
She said, I need block scheduling to work with iCloud syncing, not Google. Is that a thing? So, okay, Keely, so I'm in a situation like that right now. My bosses, who happen to look exactly the same, they like iCloud sync.
They do.
I'm an Apple guy, and I can tell you, iCloud sync is broken. Can't freaking stand it. But I got no choice because the boys insist on using it. So what I do is I have it just go to Google to sync something, so Google Sync can send it to all of the things that sync properly, and then I can still add stuff into the iCloud Sync, and it works, but it has a single connection to Google that says, hey, here's the back door to slide all of this into stuff that doesn't work good with iCloud.
Don't set up syncing yet. You better watch Tuesday's video, because you don't want to screw up your calendar, just saying.
Yeah, okay. So
you're going to have to watch Tuesdays.
Keely automatically will listen to you over me anyway, so I would just leave it there. But that one feature alone is worth the price of admission, because like I just rearranged a bunch of stuff in my Calendly so that people can book time. And that's because I got rid of my laser engraving business, right? So I had, different times that I can now book for people. So I was going there making all these adjustments and stuff. And, I almost wrecked it. So you got to be very careful, right? You got to be very, very careful. Yeah, that was me, Larry. That was exactly what I was talking about. The sync, sometimes it's instant. And then other times it will break sync and I'll be mad. And yeah, that drove me crazy.
And Google Calendar now syncs nicely with Apple. So
it does. It does.
Yeah. It's not back in the day when I couldn't get those two to sync.
Man, this is crazy, Evie. This is super crazy.
We are through the idea stage, right? We got this all cleaned up. We figured out the keywords. And as you can see in this list view, I started out like you. I liked the board view. I liked the Kanban view initially. And at some point, I switched over to list view simply because I can see more information right on the fly.
I think that's why I use list now more too. And then I try to stay away from Kanban because I can't get anyone in our country to say it right. So. なんでねも日本語でも簡単だよもうなんでね Sorry.
So as you can see right now, right underneath us, I only show assignee, due date, and content stage in this view on folder level. You can customize those. So if you're jumping into idea stage, I'm actually showing more. I'm also showing my keywords. So what I want to go after. That's why I like my list view.
Oh, you have it in a column. Oh.
You can go right over here into the plus. And again, I have a custom field video somewhere too. Little pro tip, if you know, you build that custom view, custom field. You know you built that custom field, but you cannot find it anywhere here. You go into the library, please, and you search for it. It is there. Do not build it double. They don't connect with each other. Your information will not sync if you set up a secondary keyword custom field. So go into existing and find it. You also can just browse through. It's like how you can see. I need to clean up my drop downs. So you can go in there and let's just add target. There we go. And it's pulling in, but I still don't know where the hell I'm actually hiding this.
Did you add those emojis and stuff to trigger yourself? Oh, see, I need that. I need that. I know it sounds dumb, but that's one of the things I liked about Notion too, is adding those icons and stuff. Just make your eye catch right away because we're starting to become trained on it. You know what I mean?
And I'm like, in the works, you can see even more. I have the focus in here where I either way focus on automations, processes, and workflows, basics, or integration. Those are my focus points that content needs to fit in. And I also added a custom field for thumbnail inspiration when I'm researching my stuff of, hey, I kind of like this. And my target, so coaches, YouTubers, course creators, social media and marketing, live streamers and podcasters, that's my target market. Those are all set up once in a list like I showed you earlier in my CRM setup, and by a relationship field, I just honestly don't know right now where I put them. But once you build them, just like in lists, you can use your emojis wherever. I have an extension, Joy Pixels, right up in Chrome, and I just copy and paste them whatever I want.
Okay, so David, to David and to TBD, who I'm gonna call to be determined. You got to understand, like ClickUp and Asana are closer related. Notion is not. Notion is a separate app. Keep using Notion; it rocks. I will use Notion forever and a day. It rocks. Yeah. ClickUp and Asana are more closely assigned. And so Evie explained earlier on in the feed, by all means, please wind back. And because if you just got here, you missed all kind of dope stuff, okay? Okay. So you're going to want to go back and just understand
called you out.
Because, well, what happens is that ClickUp is for things you actually want to put action onto, whereas Notion, although you can do it, what people tend to use it for is a data collection source. This dude, I'm gonna embarrass him real quick because I know this is David. I know for a fact this is David, because only David, who knows I stream, what time I stream, has been guest on my stream, has never not been to the stream, knows exactly what time I'm streaming, decides to press the freaking call button. Everybody, so this is my business partner, David. He
David
twice. Evie said, David, don't.
I love you.
Bye. Joke face. You should be over here listening to Evie learn how to click it up. And he out there having fun in the sunshine. Look at her.
We're doing LGL work.
All right. Everybody says hi, you guys. Bye. Oh, that's funny.
So, Glenessa, I kind of agree that this question between Asana and ClickUp is subjective.
100%.
But it also is not. Because there is, first of all, a money thing. Because a lot of Watch the live show I did with Mike Vardy from Productivitist. He is moving
Dude,
from
I
Asana
know
to
Mike
ClickUp.
Vardy. Shut up.
Mike Vardy is moving with me from Asana to ClickUp.
Oh,
Simply because
craziness.
for certain features that are available for free on ClickUp, you have to pay in Asana. Do they still have the minimum of 5 people? But
I believe so.
also the capability and the possibility and the features in ClickUp are way more than they are in Asana. So yes, it's subjective to the point of what do you need. Most of the time you need a couple of features and you want to save some money, so it's not really. But again, I'm totally subjective to ClickUp. I'm not giving, but most of the time when people come to me, I will not recommend ClickUp if it doesn't make any sense. If somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, we are using Asana right now, and ClickUp told me they have more features. Should I move?" I'm like, "Are you happy in Asana?" And they say yes. I'm like, "No, what are you doing here? Go work. Why are you spending time with me on a call if you are fine in Asana?"
Thank you, JOK. I'm gonna tease him now. David, brother, what you do? That's funny. Hey, y'all, so check this out, Caleb. Evie actually said something at the very beginning of this, and it was dope. She said she actually has a task that ClickUp does, and you can set the recurrency, according to what matches Caleb brain, and it reminds you to either open it or, so like for me, I'm going to gather in Notion because I already got that down. Like I've been gathering in Notion for a hot minute or gathering in Apple Notes. You can set a ClickUp task that will buzz your phone and tell you to go get those and bring them in here so they can become actionable. Because otherwise, notes in a notebook are just ink on a page. It don't do nothing, right? In order to activate them, you want to get them into a system that's activatable, right? And then so
Correct.
I'm gonna think of it to just loosen this up. I'm gonna think of it as if you bought all of this equipment and you put it in your house or you got it in the gym, right? There's nothing that makes you want to go and use it. So what my coach told me back when I was in bodybuilding was as soon as you get off of work, come home and change into your workout clothes, right? And then he even changed it to take your workout clothes to work. So when everybody sees you carrying a bag, people will ask you, "Hey, what's in the bag?" And you'll say, "Oh, it's my workout clothes." Especially when you work somewhere. At that time, I was at CompUSA. When you leave, you got to open it to show that, you don't have a Toshiba or something in there, right? So when you open the bag and they're like, "Oh, you going to the gym?" Motherfucker.
Now suddenly you have external accountability.
Yeah. So it's dumb. It's the tiniest little trigger. It's super stupid, but it is much harder to throw the bag in the passenger seat, whip back to the crib, bucket ice cream, go, because the person inventory specialist who checked your bag asked if you were going to the gym. Now you got to go. Okay, and it's such a dumb thing, but it completely works in our human brain. It's just how it is. So just as simple as removing all the temptations from the refrigerator if you're on a diet, these kind of things. So blocking a thing in your task list, or whichever you use that connects to your calendar, that will say, take the stuff that you scribed on papers, Post-it notes, pocket field guide, which I got in my pocket all times, like it never not in my pocket. Like it's a military thing. These are with me 24/7. So I'm gonna do this today because I have completely written stuff in here and forget to move it over. Or Katie and Caleb call me and I'm upstairs. I'm not at the desk. So I write down all this stuff and then I get down here and I forget to do it. And so dope, super dope. That alone was worth the price of admission. Then all the rest of this stuff is even better.
And if you watch Tuesday's video that's coming out, I'm also talking about how to get those tasks into the calendar. So if you're working out of your calendar, it's there too. Okay, so we talked about idea dumping in a document. Then once those ideas are validated, we are moving them into our idea folder. We talked about the whole custom fields and all of that. You move them into the in-works when you are actually working on those. And now you get to see what I'm doing with my published list, because those tasks don't move from in the works to published. This is an automation because we all know, again, optimizing YouTube videos, the actual YouTube video published is still going to be a little bit different than when it was a task here in ClickUp, because you are running through TubeBuddy, you are optimizing things, you're making sure everything works fine, you know, all the things, which means the task is different than the actual video published. Now, little disclaimer here, I'm having issues with the Google API right now. My dream scenario is running this automation either way to Integromat or Integrately, because those two can work with ClickUp custom fields. Zapier doesn't. Right now, I'm running the Zapier one because apparently Zapier plays nice with the Google API right now, where Integrately and Integromat are getting the dust. Having said that, the idea is the same no matter which tool you are using. The moment a video gets published on YouTube, through the automation, it gets pulled into my published list in ClickUp, which means it is the newest information possible for the video. And
Thank you, Keely.
And with, again, when the API plays nice again, it would even pull in additional information. So let's grab this one. The automation pulls in the title of the video. It pulls in when it was published, right down here, into that custom field. That is automatically filled. It pulls in the YouTube link. So you just see youtube.com, but when I actually click on this puppy, it is that specific video with the ads before. But there you go.
Okay, I'm getting it for you, Rob. One of them is at integrately.com.
Yep.
And then the other one is
Integromat.
Integromat.
And I'm just starting to dive into Automate.io. I need to see what's potentially possible over there.
So yeah, I jumped into Zapier Pro because if this and that was going, I don't know, goofy.
Yeah.
So, and I find Zapier is dope. It has I won't say more of a learning curve. It has a different learning curve. I don't think it's actually hard at all.
Zapier is a little bit on the easier side of, yeah, Zapier is easier, but again, you cannot use custom fields in ClickUp. You can do some sorting out, but you cannot funnel information into custom fields, and you cannot pull information out of custom fields. I haven't used IFT in ages, honestly, because they kind of dropped the shoe on development. I'm not sure. I don't know. Integromat is Integrately is the next one up from Zapier with TechKnowledge. It looks really similar to Zapier, but it has the capability of funneling and taking out from custom fields in ClickUp. Integromat is a nerd level up.
That might work.
You can do a lot in Integromat. You can pull in your own API stuff and all of it, but it's nerd level up here. So, no.
Yeah, it just depends on where your nerd level is, right? And,
yeah.
I'm a cat. Like, Zapier was dope for me. And I mean, I still use it to the day. I can't say it was dope.
I still use it as a backup too, but I'm running the free account by now because I don't need the multi one.
Yeah. So then that's but jump into Zapier no matter what, people.
You said you're using Calendly. Calendly actually has a straight up integration with ClickUp. I don't use Calendly. I use Book Like a Boss. So when I need to take actions on discovery calls, it actually pulls that calendar entry and generates a task in ClickUp that reminds me 2 days later, did you send the email? So there's a whole bunch of stuff possible, just saying.
Gang, like there is a whole set. Oh, let me do this. There is a whole set of stuff on AskEvie.com that's Automate to Dominate. She has a series that she did last year, and it gets you through. Everybody, no matter what field you're doing, no matter which apps you're using, whatever, everyone has a bunch of automation stuff that they're not doing right now that will simplify processes. When I got to if this and that, I was already blown away, but then they blew it up. So they did it. I don't know how, but they blew it up. And they're having a hard time recovering from it. Let's just put it that way. Zapier came in and is like, let me show you what if this and that should have been. And then now these other stuff that are coming out that are, again, like she said, nerd higher level. But even without any of that, there's some automations built into things like Google Calendar and iCloud Sync and Apple Notes and things like that people don't even do, right? There's
We have
automations built
in
into your
ClickUp.
Mac. Yeah, you can do tons of dope automations. So think about it like that and get your game together and figure out where you can take yourself out of the process. And that alone will help fix a bunch of stuff. When you can take yourself out of the process, that's a big one, right? That's a big one. So, for instance, for me, one that I did, which is super dumb, but I oftentimes will be at the store and I'll see something. I kind of want to buy this, but I don't want to buy it right now. Oh, I need to research it or check pricing or do whatever, right?
You take the picture on the phone
So
and you never look at it ever
take
again.
the picture on the phone, you never look at it again. I fixed that. So I take the picture of the phone and it goes into, I have an album called Window Shopping. I have an integration that reads the window shopping album and moves it into day one. Day one is my journal, right? It's my personal journal. Everything goes in there. So what used to be if this and that, now it's Zapier, it automatically moves it into my journal. And then I take that album, the last pictures of the week, and on Sunday when I'm doing my review, it shows up in my Sunday page already there. And I can go, oh yeah, I wanted to double check this price on that, or I wanted to see the specs or see if there's any sale, or put it in the Honey. You know how Honey can do that? Honey allows you to check your price list or whatever. So I can do a lot more research on the product that I want, and that all happens. And Sunday is normally when I sit down, go through like 3 glasses of whiskey and un-F the brain. And that's where it automatic. It's a simple automation. It's kind of silly, but it helps. The other thing I always remember to do now is like I'll post stuff to IG in a hurry with no tags on it, and then because I found out you can go add hashtags later, it will show up in those hashtag searches. Then I have a thing that reminds me to go back and add hashtags to stuff that I speed posted, because I do it all the time, right? Cool.
Talk about taking action on everything. While you were walking us through that perfect workflow right there, I just, somebody is watching my screen. I have a live stalker.
Nice.
It doesn't look fancy.
Don't have
It's
to.
nothing attached to it yet, but there you go. There's your YouTube workflow. If you want to get on the wait list for what we just talked about, it's coming out in May. It's a pre-sale. You guys are watching me live. I'm not going to write that in there. I'm going to write that in on Monday. Right there. There you go.
There you go. So Gigi, go to buymeacoffee.com, ask Evie, and let's get us on the wait list, because I know at least 2 of us will be there. For sure. Man, Evie, I got to say, first of all, you absolutely rock that. Like, I think I'm getting a better handle on ClickUp. And then it's funny because I was already working on my own, and then Katie was like, oh yeah, we're going to move from Trello to ClickUp, and Evie's helping us. And I was like,
So, just because I'm live with you guys, I'm talking with Katie to maybe bring you a limited show about all of this.
yes,
Don't
that
tell
would be
anybody.
cool. That would be super, super dope. I already have that in my notebook, by the way. That would be
Didn't
great.
tell anybody.
Because I really do think that probably everyone's biggest hang up with content creation is a part project management and part task sort of automation. This is why, like, TubeBuddy, man, seriously, everyone's like, oh, I don't know if I need it. What TubeBuddy saves your life, bro. It actually puts some of the automation stuff in there for you. It takes the pain out. That is a gigantic vitamin or aspirin. And when you talk to, people like my buddy Ray here, he says, what are the people's pain points, right? This is how you go in there and you solve folks' problems. So when I decided to like redo my channel and focus where I'm at right now, I was trying to come in and solve problems. So again, one of the reasons why Evie is sitting here today, I know if I run into an issue where brain gets all effed up because I got like all these ideas and then I lose an idea. That losing the idea is so frustrating that it throws everything the frick else out of whack until you either come back and find that idea or learn to let it go, Elsa. Like,
You know that right after this live show, I'm gonna try to find my damn focus list where the heck I put that. You know this is bugging me
You're
behind
right,
the scenes. This
right.
is driving
So-
me insane.
the human mind cannot stand open loops. We just
I
don't.
hate open loops with a passion, and my coach is using it against me.
Oh yeah.
Or for her advantage, however you
everybody
wanna
does.
call it.
Everybody does. At the end of Game of Thrones, you're like, what the? And then I gotta wait till next week, or better yet, I gotta wait 10 months until I close this loop. And what does everybody do? Go to Facebook, speculate, argue, fight,
Yep.
bitch about it, try to say that Lannisters are better than Stark. Bitch, please. Stark, House Stark for the win. I'm just saying. Arya Stark, come on, dude, straight gangster. Anyway, I digress. So the whole function of, like, you know, even the open loop of is Grogu Baby Yoda. They did it to us for 2 years, bro, and people went nuts over it. So you already know the brain cannot handle open loops. So
7 plus minus 1.
Huh?
Stephanie Lou, 7 plus minus 1. You can take care of 7 things, and that's it. That's 7 things in your head that you keep on an ongoing basis, and everything else gets deleted.
I like that. I like that. Yes, Chris Gloss is on it, right? The mind is tormented by unanswered questions. And I'm with you, Kat. I could not imagine YouTube without TubeBuddy. I just couldn't, right? And if you're watching this and you don't have TubeBuddy yet, it's tubebuddy.com/DocRock, and just go get it. Just trust me. The free one will get you far. Whether you buy it or not, I don't care. The free one alone will, like, put some duct tape on your broken mirror. It's like so good. It's so good. So first of all, thank you for coming through and like showing this stuff to folks. And, you know, definitely, I know for me, I'm going to sign up for the YouTube workflow workshop because we need it. And once you get a system.
You got just a minute?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just one more minute.
I'm hanging
Pull
out
up
with
my
you.
screen because I want to show you what you're gonna get. You're not gonna just get the
See,
template for
my
ClickUp.
brain reads stuff like this.
we gonna go through the whole thing of actually repurposing your YouTube video. So this whole template is gonna grow with the full-on workflow from YouTube to micro and shorts to share that into your transcription, to social media posts, into blog posts, doing the handouts. That's brainchild right there by Kelly Noble Mirabella, turning all of these assets you built into a course and all this stuff. So we are taking your YouTube content and actually putting it into a workflow that lets you repurpose this stuff and be everywhere.
That is freaking fantastic because it is very easy to make your video and be so proud and start watching numbers and stuff and then forget to do anything else. And then now you're leaving, what do they call it? Like, you're leaving money on the table, right?
Yeah.
When you don't get your repurpose game down, you're leaving money on the table. I will admit, first here, I am Doc Rock and my repurpose game sucks balls.
And we are going through seasons. Kelly Noble Mirabella is way up level from my repurposing stuff. So
she is ninja.
And it's building up. It's building up from, okay, we are going on YouTube and I'm actually sharing the stuff. Now we are going on YouTube and I'm actually also producing micro content. And I'm putting it into Facebook. Cool. We are finally in that workflow. Now we are stepping into Instagram. I will give you the whole stuff, but I'm also always going to remind you, go step by step. Because if I look at this whole thing and I want to implement all of this now in my own stuff, oh, hell no. I would go in the corner, roll up in a ball and cry.
With a glass
We
of
need to
rosé.
go in stages.
I said, that's when you got the bottle in this hand, the glass in this hand, and you're looking at your phone like, pieces. Man,
you don't
that
need
is
a glass for that
crazy.
one. That would be a full-on just bottle out of the.
Just come straight.
out
Just
of
take the bottle to the headshot. Oh yes, yes. Look who showed up. What's up, MTD? ¿Cómo estás, Ading? Good to see you here. Like, yeah, and again, I tried to bring this up to someone the other day. I was explaining to them the way our brain works. Like, you know, people like to use the terminology stress, and I kind of don't like that terminology because it's been overly used as a cop-out. Stress is real. Let's not get it twisted. But people will call minor infractions stress, and that's not the same thing, right?
I have good stress too. I need a certain level of stress. What's
that
considered
pressure,
stress.
that's different. Yes, that is uncomfort, and what you want to do when you're uncomfortable is you want to get rid of that uncomfort. Those are important, right? Because those are what cause you to drive, right? So when you look into it and you find out what is the biggest causes of stress, it's broken promise, right? And it's easy to see the broken promises where someone else did not do what you thought they were going to do because they stated they were going to do it. So you set an expectation, that expectation was unmet expectation or broken promise. Those hurt, but it's very easy to see when it's somebody else. But when you break a promise to yourself, those are very easy to not see. And those are the ones that F your brain up the hardest. Those are the ones that get into you, wear you down, have you, crying in the corner somewhere with your bottle of, Franzia. You got to get better wine, people. So, those are the ones that would really break you. So that's where these systems like ClickUp, like Notion, whatever, can come in and help you because they allow you to keep better promises with yourself. Those are the ones that are painful, folks, right? Even I'm not going to eat this half pint of Ben & Jerry's at night anymore. And then all of a sudden you're in a good episode, you're in Law and Order, you're like 3 shows deep, and then you open up the fridge and you're like, hey, look, here's a half a pint of Ben & Jerry's. And then while you're watching it, you're just eating.
And the whole pint is gone,
Holy shit. And right after, you feel like crap. You're happy because you ate that B&J's, but then you irritated because you told yourself not to eat that. And so now it bothers you. That's a broken promise to yourself. And that's what I mean. Yep. I'm going to get there on time. And you're in the bathroom at like 20 minutes to go fixing your eyelashes or whatever. And you're like.
Not that happened this morning at all. No. I was still on time.
I get irritated when I do that to myself. Like I woke up early, but then I got caught up watching something on YouTube and then forgot my time, So it happens, people. And this is where I wanted to bring Evie because I know for me, like Kat stated before, like I can get these systems down and I'll start using them and still find a way to jack it up. So like now I'm trying to make sure that I am focused on fixing that. And again, just making a task to go back and check all the 3 different places I write notes, and get it all together. That alone will just help. And like Caleb was saying, remembering to open the app because Katie's doing a good job of putting all the stuff in there. And then I think I won't speak for me and Caleb.
You guys need a DMO. You need a daily method of operation for the team in the morning that says, check this, do that, do that. Gallon.
Yo, why are you messing with me, Marie? Because I definitely would do that, bruh. I would definitely go. By the way, before you mess me up, just remember this, people. Go to Target and just trust me on this. Glamp Fire, okay? It is only at Target. It's a Ben & Jerry's. It's the Girl Scout cookie, like a little bit of Rocky Road style Girl Scout cookie with a tiny smidgen of Thin Mint mix. It's called Glamp Fire. And, bruh, okay, go ahead. Evie.
Glenessa and Rob jumped in and grabbed the template on Buy Me a Coffee. Yes, you are getting a 404 on this because I literally just put that in place on the fly. The template is coming out in May. I am caught up right now with the Content Marketing Power Up, and it's fun, but it's crazy. So I got you on the list. I will try to actually get the simple ClickUp layout template in there in a week, hopefully. But we are bringing out the full thing in May. So that's why you're getting the 404 right now, because there is literally nothing there. It's just an on-the-fly kind of wait list that I set up.
Hey, there you go. There you go. That is super funny. I'm just cracking up laughing. I'm laughing at JFK because I do that too, right? Don't eat the donut. Don't eat the donut. Chora said eat the donuts. Why you do that? Why you eat the donut? Greedy boy. All right, gang. First of all, I got to say thank you to Evie. Fantastic. And how you managed to get all of this mess done and still are killing content marketing power up. And we wrote a letter to the boys and we asked about your timer because I get why you want it. My only fear is that somebody is
that
going
people
to
gonna forget. You brought up a good point with people gonna forget that it's there and suddenly they end their streams. So I get it.
And they're going to yell at us. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, that's on
But
you,
I
fam.
like
Read the
I
instructions.
like your workaround. I took my template down from Easel. Again, I'm not leaving Easel and I'm not paying Canva a dime. But the nice thing is the free account on Canva does allow the change from image to a 20-second video, and that's how I did it yesterday.
Perfect. Just use it as a converter.
So it does. Yep.
That's see, we got something done. You can't be like Froyo and Ben and Jerry's. Come on, Luis. You guys are messing with me. Anyway, gang.
You guys, you know what? You guys are mean. My freezer defrosted 2 days ago and I had to throw everything out and I haven't been grocery shopping yet. I don't even have milk in the fridge. And my ice cream I had to throw out. I was so mad.
Okay, greatest
You
invention
guys are
of the
mean.
damn demic. The greatest invention is go on Amazon and you order things that they have at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And they bring it to your door. I'm like, in 2 hours. I'm like, oh, snap. This is so cool. I can be sitting there
I actually
literally
like
eating a bag of
browsing,
chips and then they'll bring more.
I actually like browsing though.
So here's the thing
figuring out
I've
what I wanna eat
discovered.
next
I
week.
discovered if I'm not browsing, I actually save money because I will browse pick all kind of random stuff. Like this is one of my favorite crack addictions from Whole Foods is pub cheese. That's not what's in there right now. There's, little cookies. But this stuff right here on those multi-grain crackers is just like, bruh. Oh my God. Hey, listen. Oh, stop doing that, Marie. By the way, you're making trouble. And yes, Kevin, I wish if we had Salt and Straw in Hawaii, I'd be like 6,000 pounds. Because Salt and Straw is so good, but they only have it in the Pacific Northwest and San Francisco. Oh my God, it's so good. Anyway,
Froyo is a flavor of Ben and Jerry. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. I'm checking. Oh, Froyo. Okay, I'm gonna go check it. Anyway, gang, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Evie, for coming to kick it. For those of you guys who know, in an hour and a half, am I doing this right? Yes, hour and a half from now, we got class. So where'd that button go? Boom. Ta-da! We got class, so make sure you go do your eat, stretch, calisthenics, drink, whatever you got to do before class. If you haven't already joined to become part of the Drop Squad, just go to that Buy Me a Coffee link right down there. Wrong direction. That one. Go to that link.
Always.
Man, only Stephanie can do it. I screw it up every time. Like, yes.
I'm getting better at it. I'm starting to get there.
Hey, yes. So if you come in and you want to come in, you can do one class, or if you want to just be a member and come to all the classes, by all means, pick whichever you want. Evie, I will send you a link if you're bored today and you want to see what we do. We just hang out, talk story, help each other out. We got a bunch of smeezes in there. That's our subject matter experts, and we all just kumbaya and try to figure out what we can do to help each other move the needle. And we break into various forms of topics. And yeah, it's a fun time. It's a really good time. And like, I really love my Drop Squad. That's my peak performers. And these guys are all doing amazing things. I look at people like Keely and Kevin Cox and Rob Voss who are just putting in that work and just doing all the things. I see Evie's helping me out. She pulled the screen up. Boom, look, she's typing.
You are stalking me.
Hey, no screen stalking Evie. Wait, by the way, gang, I tell you this every time. If you ever forget, when you're in Ecamm, just hit Command-Delete. It'll go back to where you came from. So just come in and, gang, this is so much fun. Like, we had a blast today. Evie, I told you guys she was going to blow your head up. I have at least 3 cracks in my central fissure right now because I just got mind blown. But we got homework. I don't like to give you guys too much homework,
Yes,
but
you
I'm not
do.
going to leave you alone. So this is really, really good. And I can't wait till Tuesday. So we'll be there to harass Evie on Tuesday. I was supposed to have Jared speak on the show coming up this Tuesday. He had a double thing with a client, and right now I told my guys, take the client work, fam. Like, we can always kick it anytime. So Jared is going to come and visit us at a later date. So on Tuesday, who knows what we'll talk about. But anyway,
Again.
yes,
I had that on the plan either way because I was talking with Kelly this morning too, and she was talking about buy me a coffee and your membership and everything, and I'm like, I'm finally getting into all of this now.
Oh my
rather
God,
than doing it after the
is
live,
a
we'll do it on the
game
live.
changer. Oh yeah, for the people who are here, especially my Drop Squad people, Buy Me a Coffee opened up a Facebook group in the last week or so. They are doing a thing right now. If you make a video on your channel or your Instagram or whatever, explaining your favorite feature or doing a review of Buy Me a Coffee, they actually come in and buy you coffees, and the grand prize is going to be like $1,000. So go create those Buy Me a Coffee Love Fest videos.
So what
right
you are
away.
saying is I need to record a video talking about how on the fly doing a live show, I set up. There we go.
Just dope. Now, I'm going to practice something that Evie taught me this week. I'm going to try. Okay.
I did.
I
What
don't
did I
even
teach
know
you?
if I say this right. If I screw this up, you might have to correct me, Mom. I'm going to try my best. But I saw you do this week, and I thought it was the dopest thing ever. Okay. Those of you guys who follow me on the IG, number one, please, right above her head, I can't do it, right above her head, it says Ask Evie. You can see Ask Evie on there. So please go to your IG and yell into your screen for 10 to 15 seconds and say that you learned something or you got something out of it or you're excited or Evie changed your life or she's just cute redhead with those glasses. She's Wonder Woman, whatever you come up with. If you can do it in German, bonus points. I'm joking because I damn sure only thing I can say in German is BMW. So please
But it's
get
BMW.
your. I know it's BMW. That's right, Bavarian Motor Works. So take your phone out and then go like this, gang. Today on Doc Rock Stream, I learned so and so and so from Evie and tag myself at Doc Rock. It's right up there, or tag Ask Evie. It's right Obi Day, other side Evie. There you go.
I
knew we
was
were getting-
pointing at you.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
I
pointing at
got
you.
it. So, because
And now I'm pointing
I
at
saw
me.
her do this, her and Kelly, and it was so dope. So after my event with them, my box just blew up with all of this like love from people that came and got stuff, and I thought it was so dope. Ben, just go to Facebook and type in "Buy Me a Coffee," and that's how you find it. Because I have no idea what the link is, but it's easy. Just go to Facebook, search for "Buy Me a Coffee" group. It's in there. Or if I go in today, if I can find it, I'll invite you. But yes, it is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. So gang, if you guys can do that, I know I'll appreciate it. I know Evie will appreciate it. And it's just a fun homework. So yeah, just grab your phone and just make a little thing on IG story. Watch this cool thing with Ask Evie. And then tag her, Ask Evie on IG. Because it's fun. And let's see if it works. I thought it was cool. And I learned that from Evie this week. So when you do your live streams, you guys should learn that from Evie too. Because what happens is where all the other people that see your story be like, what? I missed that? I ain't missing that shit again. Oops.
But you also get all the fields.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
a
got out of
double.
it.
It does the exposure and it gives all
And
the fields,
check
especially
this
when you
out.
have guests on.
Come to find out, one of my homegirls from here is in Kelly's camp, right? So and then Gina's like, "Is that you, Doc?" And I was like, "Gina, what's up, Gina?" And it was like, so yeah, it was just trippy. Like I didn't even know that one of my homegirls from here is actually in Kelly's mini chat squad. And I was like, bot shots, that's the word.
Bot
Didn't
shots.
even know
Yep.
that. Didn't even know that. Boom. Yes, that's the one. Buy Me a Coffee Creators. That is the name of the group. 100%. That is it. Okay, gang, we're going to music it up. And say thank you to Evie, and I will see you guys in class. I got new song. I busted out new music for Evie this week because I always find good songs.
Because I stole your music.
No,
But that was perfect Saturday morning coffee music right there.
right? Okay, I'll play the one that you like. I just love this song. It's so good. Gang, I'll see
Sing
you in
and repeat
class.
on my phone.
Honey, I got what you want.
This is such a good. Thank you, Evie. Love you, Mom.
It's what